Howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have one awesome NASCAR Winner Circle diecast in the studio. This is officially the first one I've ever reviewed, so this is going to be a crash course about all the new stuff, the packaging, the diecast, the base, everything about this. It's going to be brand new. I have been eagerly wanting to do this review. I put it off for a couple of months, I mean like 4 months. And it's finally time to get some Winner Circle 2023, or is it 2024, diecast in the studio. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. Bam! Alright, so we got the rotating base out of the studio, but what I have been, I have just been going crazy about these Winner Circle diecasts. They have been making so many fantastic exclusive pieces. And let me tell you, I have been on the fence about it. I have been very critical of the NASCAR Authentics line. They've pretty much been doing a complete rebrand, and I have to give them a lot of credit. This diecast got canceled in the Gold Series. Pretty much every Zane Smith diecast has. They saved a buttload of them. You can see right here, the Austin Hill Daytona win. That was canceled. Zane Smith, that was canceled. They made, I think, his COTA win. They made his 2022 win. Both of these drivers, Hill and Smith. They've saved so many diecasts from the dreaded 164, cancellations. And I have to give them a lot of credit. I love the packaging. From my first impressions, this is a clamshell. So this means this thing opens like this. Very, very sharp. I'll take it out in a moment, but I just want to talk about this for a second, because there's some people who have not collected these or picked these things up. They have a bubble dome to it with a plastic base. It is screwed on. You can see right here. I want to say these are like triangle screw heads, so I'll have to find something to, of course, take it apart. You have kind of a reflective gold little area right there, which is really dope. The card is the same card back, or as a card back, but the cutout card we used to get for many years in the NASCAR Authentics line with the raced version line. It is separate from this panel here, if you will. And then there's a little groove on the plastic base you could stick the card in. So we're going to be taking a look at that all together here. So I'm going to go ahead and officially take it out here. I probably won't do this for all the NASCAR Winner Circle ones we do, but for this first one, I really want to open this up and look at it. So this is the card back. This is very, very similar to the normal, what used to be called the $5 line. And obviously they cut out the middle, which I still think this packaging style looks so much better than the current day $5 line. These are exclusive to certain stores. I think right now it's Target and maybe Meijer. I picked this one up at Target. In the future, they'll probably be at different retail stores, Walmart or whatever. So, as I mentioned, you have your separate card. We'll take a little gander here. You can pause it if you'd like. I don't want to bore you too much to death. But this is his 2023 race win from Daytona. And I love the design for this. Like, this little piece of cardboard has more detail and design than their own raced win boxes. And some of them raced wins are over $85, okay? The autograph ones, they might be over $120. And this little piece of card, this baseball card, basically has more detail. You have the truck in the background. It was a rain-shortened event, so this was the final shot, so to speak, of the truck. And you could see it right here, him celebrating in victory lane. Might be some rain coming down, but it's obviously probably some Gatorade celebration. But you get what I'm trying to say. Great presentation. I love to see this. You have the driver on the card. They used to do that all the time. They stopped doing it, which was really cheap. You have very bright racing font right there. I love that. Great job. I have to give Lionel a great job for me. This thing's falling back because it's sloped in the background. So now this is what you've really been tuning in for. We're going to set that over there. This is the 2023 Daytona race win. Now, this is on a base. I do want to take it off the base, but I don't know if I actually have the screwdriver for it right now. I might have to go dig around and see if I can find one. But one thing I just noticed, the spoiler, it looks like it's a little bit damaged. That's you can see right here how it's a little bit shorter on the right side. It looks like there's a little bit of a issue with the casting, which it's fine. This is a beautiful truck. And from what I see, it's not heavily raced worn. So, like, you could use this for a stop motion very easily. Yeah, there's some light grime and stuff. but fantastic looking diecast. So I'm going to try to get this thing off the base for y'all. I'll be right back. Right off the good old base, and let's go ahead and dive into today's diecast review. So if you're quickly wondering how I safely unscrewed this thing, I'm going to show you real quick. Obviously, for your younger fans, don't do this because it can be a little dangerous. This is a broken piece of scissors I have, and it's dull, right? And I just use this to kind of unscrew it. It's a triangle screw head. Obviously, if you're a younger fan and you have this, use, get your adult supervision or whatnot to open it up so you don't hurt yourself. But yeah, that's basically what I did. I used just a dull piece of metal to open it up. So I'm sure you could find something around the house that's not dangerous to use. Anyways, this is the 2023 Daytona race win. We already know this, but look at how beautiful this truck is. I just can't believe how many raced wins have been saved because of the winner circle line. And a lot of people, myself included, harped heavily, and I mean heavily, when they really started putting the goofy PTC mold and all that kind of stuff in the NASCAR Authentics line, and pretty much killing it off almost. The backlash for it, and this is bad marketing in my opinion. If they would have just said, hey, we're going to be making some changes, the raced wins are going to be put into an exclusive line, we're going to increase quality, we're going to give you guys everything you want, but we're going to also make the $5 line a little bit cheaper. If they would have just been transparent about it and told us really what was going on instead of us keeping us all, in the dark, people would not have been ranting about it. Nowhere near as much. That's on them. I'm just going to shoot you straight. Because if I would have known that reducing the quality in the $5 line would get us diecast like this, raced win exclusives with an awesome resealable packaging. I mean, you could put this back in the case and put it on your wall. People would not have griped about it. So I have to blame them for that, to be honest with you. That's poor marketing, and I felt like they could have built it up. They could have really took advantage of it. That's just me. So you got Craftsman right there in the front windscreen. You can see how it is printed, all the little window bars. Very, very cool. You can take this diecast apart and change out the interior, swap it out with the black colored plastic. And you can make this a Gold Series diecast if you want it. Got Loves right there in the front. You can see just a couple little spots of raced wear grime. Love to see it. Pun intended. Go to the front of the truck. Got the Ford badge there. Got number 38. Simpson Sunoco. I think it's ARP there. Very, very sharp. Got Front Row Motorsports. Yeah, Front Row Motorsports. Go to the left side of the diecast. Of course, Zane Smith is now a Cup Series full-time driver. Lane Riggs, I think that's the name of him. He's driving the 38 truck in the Craftsman Truck Series. Go over your left side of the diecast. Got your beautiful 38. Got Loves once again. Speedco. Now, this is where a little bit of damage is. I think this is probably because of just fuel residue mostly. You can see it around the gas cap there. That's pretty normal. Again, you can use this as a clean paint scheme. I know I would. If I had a diecast truck stop motion, or I was doing Duralast Cup Series racing with trucks, I would use this piece because I mean it's literally you're not going to be able to tell the little dirt and grime on it. You could always swap out the windshield if you wanted to. You could do whatever you want. It's beautiful, beautiful diecast. Go to the side panel. Look at all these contingencies. I mean, what a blast for the past. You got freight auctions right there, Boot Barn, Speedy Cash. You got Craftsman Truck Series, Mobile One, SKF, NASCAR 75th Race Truck. You got Calico, Jessel, Tilton, Holly EFI, Arrowhead Brass, Lincoln Welders, Comet. I mean, just so many freaking sponsors. You got Goodyear, you got Zane. You got Built Ford Tough. That's the same logo that Blue Thunder had in Monster Jam. That's pretty cool. Hey, you got Circle B right there. Unfortunately, you can't pick this one up at Circle B. I wish you could, or I would. But for all your other diecast shopping needs, hey, all them 2024 diecasts like this one right here, your Daytona 500 champion, William Byron, go ahead and pick up your 2024 diecast today at Circle B Diecast. Make sure you use that promo code Diecastbuffet. You will save on shipping, guys. Make sure to check that out. Does help support the channel. I try to, reinvest back in this channel, right? When y'all watch the videos, y'all share and like and subscribe. The stuff that, I make from the channel, I reinvest into it. That's why we got our new studio. That's how we get all these new diecasts. Reinvest back into the channel for y'all. And that's why I appreciate it so much. All the love, pun intended, and support. Go to the back end of the truck. You got Speedco 38, Front Row Motorsports. And with this being a range-shortened event, naturally there would have probably been more dirt and grime if it would have finished all the way. But that is rare. Like, it is so rare for range shortened diecast to get made. Range shortened win ones, I should say. I don't know why the front wheel looked a little bit funky there. Like, I imagine, what's his face? William Byron's Atlanta win is going to find its way into the Authentics Winter Circle line if it hasn't already by the time of this video. Got 38 right there. Also, it has a satin matte sheen to it. Very, very sharp. Love that. Pun intended again. You go to the back end here. Now, this looks very, very off, but I'm going to shoot you straight. This actually might be accurate. So the diecast mode of the truck actually looks pretty straight. Like, it looks pretty symmetrical. I've drilled these things out to the bare metal. They're pretty straight. If you look at the 124 scales of these trucks, the back end is like a wedge. It is skewed out like crazy. So what I'm getting at is the diecast render artwork probably has the cab and the bed a little bit skewed. Naturally, when they put it together on a straight bed diecast mode, it's going to look a little funky. So I'm going to give them a pass on that. Zane Smith right there on the back glass. Got Love's Speedco RTA right there on the bed cover. I'm telling you what, guys. I have been harping on the NASCAR Authentics line for probably a year and a half now, since they really just killed off the $5 line. If they would have just marketed the Winter Circle line and told people really what was going on, people would have been quiet. I wouldn't have griped about it. You know, I would have been very excited for it. I think it was a marketing blunder, in my opinion, and a missed opportunity. That's just my honest 2 cents on it. Do I recommend these things? Absolutely. Now, I will tell you, the price for these they're pretty much double what the $5 line is. They're about $9 to $8 a piece. But think about the stuff you get from it. We're going to go back to the wide lens for a second. The amount of quality you get from this, not only do you get a diecast with printed window detail, something we don't get anymore, I think, at the $5 line. So you get printed window detail to it. They're all raced win diecast. So if you're a raced win collector, this is like a blessing from heaven. So it's right up my alley. You get a resealable clamshell packaging. This thing peels apart. As far as I know, and this is just from my first observations, I don't see any like pins or anything that shows it's been opened before. Now, the only thing you might be able to tell is there's a little bit of bend at the top, but if you open it carefully, you're not going to see any plastic stress fractures, which is basically the little white lines you see on bent plastic. So what I'm getting at is you can open this thing up, wear gloves, do a diecast review on it, and no one would know if it's new or not. They couldn't tell the difference. So, but the Winter Circle line, I love the old school logo. So awesome to see that back. I don't know how many waves they're going to do with this. As of right now, I think there's 5 waves. I'm anticipating wave 5. I hope I can find it. But yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff here, guys. Absolutely recommend it. It's going to be fun to see what diecasts get produced. Like, I never expected Christian Eckes, his Atlanta win in the truck series, the Napa truck, to get made. They made Corey Himes' truck win from Atlanta in 2022, I think. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I love it. I hope it's very successful. Absolutely recommend it. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you see one of these diecasts on your shelf, pick up the exclusive versions. And oh yeah, I'm going to give one little Larry McNugget. A lot of the diecasts that do get made in this line have already been produced. However, there's some of them that were made in the Gold Series, which for the newer fan out there, this is the Gold Series, the ARC boxes. The raced wins, like Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s Daytona 500 win from 2023, it was made in the Gold Series without any window confetti. Well, I seen in the Winter Circle line, it actually has the printed, updated window confetti. So that's something to be aware of, even though it's already made in the Gold Series. These, believe it or not, have actually more detail. I know, it's crazy. So that's more for the 2022 and maybe some of the 2023 diecast. So anyways, that's all for now. Have a blessed one, everybody. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.